Welcome back, everybody, to the home build. Today's an exciting day. It's going to be kind of a quick day as far as painting. We're going to be painting the inside of the house, and I have 3 days to do it. So I got a good sprayer. I got to tape up all the windows, the doors, that sort of thing, get it ready for spraying. We're going to be priming, so 1 coat of good primer. We got drywall on, so it's new construction. So when you're painting, for as far as picking out your primer, make sure you're telling them this is new construction. It is a sheetrocked wall. It's all prepped and ready. It's not an existing oily surface type of thing. So you're wanting to get the correct primer, because you could probably get 5 gallons of primer for one high quality primer that you don't need for this. This is optimal surface preparation, so a general primer for new construction works great. And for the cost, like I said, 5 gallons you can get for the same as 1 of something else. So in addition to the primer, we're going to be doing 2 coats of wall and ceilings on the inside, so lots of spraying, going quick. There will be a few walls that are a colored wall as well, so but those, they're probably not going to get sprayed. They're going to get rolled and that sort of thing. So a little different process. But let's go ahead, jump in and get started. So we're here on the inside. We were busy last night. Got a few windows, like 5 windows taped and ready. So I went ahead and well, actually I got to finish this one. Good thing I checked. We taped the perimeter, and I did clear plastic. That way it can let in this light so we can see while we're spraying. I do also have another portable light that I'm going to be using, because having that light on your walls to be able to see areas where you missed, that sort of thing, is important. So taping everything up and that sort of thing, making sure you're nice and tight. Later on, this joint right here is going to get caulked, so it doesn't have to be super tight, but I am going to have a real tight, small caulk joint on that area between the window and the sheetrock. So sliding glass door is done. So as far as the entrance into the house is just going to be 1 opening, and I got plastic around that over top of it, but separate right here on the jamb, and taping from here up and over the hinges, so when it does open, it doesn't just rip off my tape. So that's there, and I still got the 2nd floor to do and a few windows over in the master bedroom and bathroom. So we'll get going on that. The pocket doors, they've been done. I'm gonna probably rip this off and tape up the track, and that way this gets at least primer paint, because this, with the frame of the pocket doors, this is the trim. So this plate will come off, but this is the trim. These holes will get puttied and that sort of thing. So, but they do need to get primed. So what I'm going to be doing is taping this off, because I don't want any paint getting inside that track, because then it'll prohibit the wheels from going round and round, so to speak. So let's get started. When you're spraying on your primer or paint, make sure you're back rolling. So you can see here, I'm back rolling, and it helps spread out the paint more evenly, so you're not seeing the fan lines of spraying. At this point, we already have the primer sprayed and on. Now we're adding the paint. This is our first coat of paint. The ceilings and the walls are the same color, so it makes it easier for spraying. It is a satin finish, so that it's a little shinier, it's for reflection, and as well as easier to clean up. You might also notice that we're wearing respirators. The overspray is in the air, right, especially where you're spraying up close. So wearing a respirator helps keep you from having to breathe in the paint fumes as well as the paint itself. Being careful to keep it out of your eyes. So wearing eye protection is important. And then also the gowns that we have on is to protect from the overspray from our clothes. Now that all the walls and ceilings have been sprayed, at least the colors that require the paint, we're moving on to the accent walls. So here's an accent wall. There was no need to spray it the same color as the ceilings because we're painting a different color. But since it's an accent wall, rather than taping up the walls and the ceilings and that sort of thing, we elected to go ahead and roll. The roller that I'm using here, since I have a big enough area, I elected to use this one. It actually sucks the paint up within the handle with a ratcheting action of the hand, pumps the paint to the ruler so that I can continuously apply the paint.
And this is how Mr. George Marshall Rogers paints his room. 3 different colors. Here we go. We got equal parts. We got bullfrog tape on the wall, separating the lines. Okay. His theme of what he wants is the ocean. We got light blue up top, medium blue in the middle, which is we're gonna repaint this here in a minute. And then a darker blue down in the deep dark parts of the ocean. So, Mr. George, as you can tell, maybe not can tell, but he loves sharks. So, he wants to paint some sharks on the wall too, huh? Yeah. Or something. Let's see. But, make sure, everybody, when you see these little drips, thick stuff that and right up here, you're gonna work those out, okay? Because if that dries, then real hard to get rid of, you know, sand it. What do you want to tell the people out there in YouTube land? Tell the camera. Don't tell me. What did you learn? Come over here so you can stand in front of the camera. What did you learn?
I learned to pay attention when you have to pay attention to my dad.
Well, that pretty much wraps things up for the painting process for the walls. So just to kind of recap, we sprayed the primer coat on, so the primer on the ceilings, primer on the walls, that sort of thing. And then as far as the paint, the majority of the paint, the ceiling and the walls were the same color. So it made it easier to just knock it out real fast. The sheen to it was a satin finish. So the reason for satin is it's just a little bit shinier than flat. You can wipe off the scuffs, so just a little bit easier. So the next part of the process is spraying, painting as much as we can for the trim. So like the baseboards, the doors, and all that sort of thing, and that sort of thing. So that process should be getting installed. I'll spray it if I can spray it. If I don't have enough time because of finishes and other things like that, then I'll be hand rolling it and brushing it and that sort of thing. So look forward to that to come. But for painting process, that was it. We do have some accent walls that are different colors, and that required hand rolling and that sort of thing. So so that worked out great. As far as quantities, so something to think about, this is a 2,700 square foot house with a garage that is all painted. So primer, we used right about 30 gallons of paint. That's walls, ceilings, one coat of primer. Now paint, hard to say, because we had the accent walls, we only used about 4 gallons. Actually, we probably only used about 3 gallons, had about a gallon extra. And the paint was close to 30 gallons of the majority of the paint. That's walls, ceilings, same color, 2 coats though. So, and that's all sprayed and back roll. So don't forget to back roll. It's so important to back roll. So when you spray, right as you saw the process, you're rolling right away. Make sure you do that. Help spread it out, even it out, that sort of thing. So if you don't, sometimes in a certain light, you can see the spray marks. So that's it. Look forward to seeing you next time. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Like always, make sure you make a comment down below if you like what you see or you have any sort of comments. I'll try to get back to you. So I'll see you next time on the home build.